Hi folks, Peter here from PSE, and I'm here with a new PSE product, the PSE Rifle Balance. This is a simple diagnostic tool invented by PSE to help you find the center of gravity of your rifle system in relation to the center of the bore. In this video, we're going to look into one of the reasons why some rifles shoot well and others do not. And we're going to see how this little tool can help you look into this problem and see what can be done to help solve it. What do we mean by rifle balance? Most of us will probably look at rifle balance as the weight distribution forward and backwards. Our concept is totally different, and it looks into the center of gravity of a rifle in relation to the center bore line. So what happens when a rifle is fired? When the rifle is fired, the cartridge will exert a pressure onto the bolt face, leading the rifle to accelerate backwards. Our research has shown that in a typical hunting rifle, the rifle will accelerate or move backwards by about 2 millimeters before the bullet is out of the barrel. If the center of gravity of the rifle is not in line with the bore, so the rifle is unbalanced, there will be a launch angle change, and this launch angle change will happen before the bullet is out of the barrel. Of course, this will affect the accuracy and your point of impact. You can see here the rifle balance is made up of two sets of roller bearings. They're adjustable in height on this end to cater for different barrel diameters, and it's also adjustable in distance or length between the roller bearing sets so that it can be adjusted for different barrel lengths. The rifle balance can be secured to a table or a workbench using a clamp, or there's also holes in the base plate that it can be secured or screwed down to a table or a workbench. So we start off by placing the rifle into the rifle balance, like so. Ensure that the barrel is as straight as possible. As I said earlier, we can adjust the bearing set here to ensure that it's straight. So we'll see with this rifle where it comes to rest. So this rifle is out of balance, it's unbalanced. You can see the center of gravity is not in line with the bore. The center of gravity of the rifle system is above the line of the bore. Here you can see we've changed the scope to a lighter scope. This is a typical hunting setup or a hunting scope. You'll see again the rifle is out of balance. This time the center of gravity is below the line of the bore, so it comes to rest in this position. This rifle setup is unbalanced as well. So you can see here we've put back on the heavier Schmidt & Bender PM2 ultra short scope. We've also changed out the magazine to a slightly heavier magazine. You can see now that this rifle is balanced. It comes to rest in any position using the rifle balance, indicating that the center of gravity of this system is in line with the bore. What that means is that upon firing, for the first 2 millimeters of recoil before the bullet leaves the barrel, there is very little launch angle change. And this is very important for accuracy and for obviously your point of impact. Why is rifle balance important? Well, like with many things, it's important to have the right balance, especially for dynamic equipment or dynamic items. A rifle system is dynamic, so therefore the center of gravity has an important role to play. We had some theoretical research done by a German university that looked into the physics of a balanced rifle system versus an unbalanced system, and the results clearly came to conclude that a balanced system will outperform an unbalanced system. The center of gravity of the rifle system, if the center of gravity is outside the line of the bore, the further away from the center bore line that it is, the more unbalanced the rifle is. The results are that there's a greater launch angle change before the bullet leaves the barrel, of course, this affects accuracy and point of impact. So overall, a balanced system is more shootable, easier to shoot, and more accurate. How did we learn about boreline balance and come around to invent the PSE Rifle Balance tool? Well, we PSE have been manufacturing lightweight, very stiff carbon fibre rifle stocks since 2008. Over the years, a lot of our customers have given us extremely good feedback at how happy they were with changing their stocks out to PSE and how it improved the performance of their rifle, the shootability of it, how nice the rifle was to shoot and how well it handles. We noticed this over the years, and we said even a lot of our own rifle systems, when others used our rifles, they all came back with very positive feedback saying the same thing. They're nice to shoot, easy to shoot, and very shootable. So we looked into the theory more of the center of gravity of a rifle and how, let's say, adding a lighter stock will affect the dynamic performance of a rifle system. And what we discovered was that, of course, a lot of components are important in determining the accuracy and shootability of a rifle, but we did find out that the center of gravity of a rifle system also had a huge role to play. And what we discovered was that in a lot of cases, the customer, by adding a lighter stock, what it did was it brought that center of gravity closer to the line of the bore. So basically it improved the balance of the rifle system and therefore made it more accurate and more shootable. So following on from that, then we said, how do we come about developing a simple tool that can just help us balance rifles, help us determine what rifle is balanced or unbalanced? And the goal isn't necessarily to perfectly balance a rifle, but it is to improve the center of gravity and the balance of the rifle to bring it closer to the line of the bore and therefore make it more shootable, reduce that launch angle change in the critical moments, and therefore improve the performance of the system. We believe the PSE Rifle Balance is a must-have tool for every rifleman. It allows one to check the balance of your rifle and to make adjustments if needed to try and improve the center of gravity of a rifle and to bring it closer to the line of the bore. Certain components can be tweaked or adjusted on the rifle to improve the center of gravity and to bring it closer to the line of the bore. In some cases, it might mean a lighter or a heavier scope, changing the stock or even certain components like magazines. Mounts, the distance, the height of the mounts can affect the balance and the center of gravity. In most cases, it's impossible or close to impossible to get a 100% balanced system. But the goal here, as mentioned earlier, is to try and just improve the balance of the rifle and get it as close as possible to balanced. The Rifle Balance is also a handy tool for gunsmiths or armourers who put together rifles and rifle packages. It allows them to choose components to build a rifle system that from the get-go is balanced or close to balanced and therefore will be more accurate and more shootable. We also feel that the concept behind this has the potential to influence future rifle design from lightweight hunting rifles right through to long-range sniper systems. Well folks, that's it for now. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you've learned a little bit about our new product. If you need more information or have any questions at all, get in touch with us. Have a look at our website, our Instagram and Facebook pages, and do make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks guys, bye now.